Thank you, Julie. And thanks to all of you at Fantastic Sam's for your tremendous support. We absolutely could not do what we do without you. My son is an active duty naval officer, and as his mother, I have learned firsthand. And how many in this audience have family in the military who have served? We thank you for your service and for your sacrifice. But as his mother, I've learned firsthand what our service members sacrifice when they decide to join our military. And because I've spent most of my career in the beauty business, I also understand the very special sacrifices that we women make when we step into the military. Imagine reporting to work every day, year in and year out, in combat boots, in camo fatigues, no makeup, and your hair pulled back in a bun. Imagine suppressing your feminine side every day because you have to be one of the guys, so that your male comrades who outnumber you 10 to 1 won't perceive you as weak. Imagine becoming a linguist, which is a really tough thing to do, and learning Farsi so that you can go to Afghanistan and be a cultural liaison officer where you won't take a shower for a month. These are the amazing women that we are so privileged to serve as they step out of uniform and begin searching for their civilian jobs. And now I'd like to introduce Emily Carroll, one of our graduates from Fort Campbell, Kentucky, who, as you know, is now one of your 2017 Real People.
Move over here.
Emily recently separated from the Army, and she's here to tell you about her Operation Reinvent experience. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Emily Carroll, and thank you so much for letting me share a bit of my story. I recently transitioned out of the Army after 4 years of service with the 101st Airborne Division. Ever since I was a little girl, I knew I wanted to be in the military. My career was incredible and filled with many memorable experiences. But none of these experiences could compare to the joy I felt when I became a mom. From the moment I first held my daughter, I knew that my mission in life had changed and that my time in the Army had come to an end. Initially, my decision to separate was exciting, but immediately I realized that while the military taught me to be an incredible soldier, it didn't teach me how to be a civilian and how to enter the civilian workplace. I had applied to over 50 jobs and hadn't heard one positive word from anyone. With each passing day and each rejection letter, my self-confidence dwindled, and I really began to panic. I was so desperate to find someone that could help me, and that's when I heard about Operation Reinvent. I remember walking into the room on the first day of the Operation Reinvent workshop and instantly feeling hopeful. Looking around, I saw professional women with smiles on their faces and soldiers that all looked as nervous and defeated as I felt. A woman handed me a name tag and said, "For the next few days, you are Emily. There is no rank here." The first day of Operation Reinvent was probably one of the most vulnerable days of my life, aside from boot camp, as I shared pieces of my heart that I had never vocalized before, especially to fellow soldiers. I learned how to write a resume, how to interview for a job, and how to create my own personal brand. The second day taught me how to transform my outward appearance from soldier to businesswoman. After a full makeover by the incredible and amazing Fantastic Sam stylist, thank you, I truly felt like I could conquer the world. Operation Reinvent's logo includes a butterfly, and I think it perfectly exemplifies my experience. There is an old saying that says, "Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly." Operation Reinvent is a makeover from the inside out. I left that day with the tools and confidence that I needed to spread my wings and fly. Thank you so much for helping hundreds of women like me step out confidently out of our uniform and into new civilian lives. We truly can't do it without you. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. It's obvious that Operation Reinvent works. It works for women like Emily, and it also works for stylists like you, whose talented hands and generous hearts make these transformations possible. There's an amazing bond that happens and a connection during the workshops between the stylists and the soldiers that continues even after Operation Reinvent is over. It reminds me of a phrase from Shakespeare about the quality of mercy that I'll paraphrase for you. It blesses those who give as well as those who take.